Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays Slay the Spire. Last run could have gone better, fell apart at the end, but was really strong up until then. Dude, random rare relic, easy money. What? We traded 6, we got 8 max HP? You might be like, hey man, that's pretty good. No, it's not. It's horrible. I'm not saying it couldn't be worse, but whenever they give you the option that's like enemies have 1 HP in your next 3 combats or gain 6 max HP, we never take the max HP. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy to have full HP. And I'm happy to, I'm just trying to see if there's, yeah, there's a justifiable 2 elite path here. I'm happy to have, at least gotten a literal return on our investment. That doesn't happen too often. You know, most of the time, you have to gauge it like, oh, is getting the frost in this situation worth the blah blah? You get the idea. Here, we just know for a fact, like, we got what we gave. And then some. But still, I don't consider this to have made a huge difference early, is what I'm getting at. So you know my methodology at this point. I will not be paying to remove a card early on, that's for sure. I need that gold for later. A strike and a defend upgraded. Is it my birthday? I always take Sweeping Beam now on the first floor, because having some kind of AoE does us a great service against the Obelisk elites. Apart from that, I probably would have gone Cold Snap. Similarly, I actually think getting 1 Doom and Gloom is also just fine here. Heal me. Yeah, heal me. This gives us the ability. I think we'd rather fight than rest, or fight than have the opportunity to rest. So step 1 is this. Step 2, I'd like to get a Dark Orb out there, if possible, and we will have the opportunity to do so. So let's do these. And then we're relying on this Fire Potion to maybe bridge the gap for us at some point here. So definitely a Zap. And then probably, I mean, we might as well dual cast just to do as much damage as possible. We're going to take some hits on this fight, and that's basically guaranteed. I actually feel like maybe right now we defend, Sweeping Beam, try to get through the deck a little bit faster. We only take 10, and we're just waiting on dual cast to show up so we can double tap, or, well, yeah, still double tap this guy and crush him. So he will die next turn to anything that evokes this orb plus a little bit of damage. So I think we handled that very properly. We also get to keep our potion. And dude, our max HP is popping off. Is that worth anything? No, thank you for asking. I'm going to continue to amp up on the AoE a little bit here. Just because we can. And we have a shop with unaffordable relics. I love Discovery. I might overrate it, but I'm willing to grab that card. And, you know, I think I'm willing to also grab a Charge Battery. We're kind of hiding behind our block to play our Dark Orbs right now. Matrushka is good for the future, bad for the now. So this is why we take AoE. None of these are fantastic right now, but we will go defrag, I think. And we should be able to ice at least one, well, I say at least one, but the real answer is at most one enemy next turn. And I think we'll Charge Battery self-repair here. The dual cast is getting pretty close, or sorry, the Dark Orb is getting pretty close to dual cast to kill 2 enemies. I think you shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you land amongst the stars. Please, please, please. Let's go. Okay. Dude, this is a very, very strong fight. No fooling. My man's is dead. Very easy. Bottled Tornado, huh? Well. Why not? Let's try it like this. We don't really care to draw a self-repair on our first turn. I guess we could have made Machine Learning innate, but hey, now we don't have to. Is that smart? I don't know. Discovery coming around and being a one-cost potion of our choice every time is very nice, I think. This is a weird run so far. No pain, please. Zap. I would take a second zap if we could make it free. Excuse me. Put your money where your mouth is. I refuse. Charge battery, scrape. Yeah, I'll add one more charge battery. That was a weird one. So many curses over there. So we'll smith again. I think you got to make these zaps a little cheaper. It's a Guardian. I think we've got an okay setup versus the Guardian. Or as I call him, LaGuardian. I mean, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rely on the lightning hitting you. Wow, it worked. So instead we take 3 damage. Instead of taking substantially more than that. I don't want to run the numbers, okay? I'm lazy right now. Are we fine against the Guardian? I think so. A Dark Orb could crush him pretty easily. We don't need a second self-repair. A Hologram Discovery is kind of interesting, but I don't want to pay the cost to upgrade it just yet. I know it sounds cowardish. We'll go with Charge Battery being upgraded here. Just to give us a little bit more block power. So the Dark Orbs should do very well against you. Honestly, I'd rather have 1 extra energy next turn than play 6 extra damage. We're kind of hoping for Discovery at this point anyway. We got it. So out of these, like, what one would we rather have in our deck forever? Certainly Cold Snap, but none of those were really top tier, obviously. So you got to Doom and Gloom, because this is like your victory condition. And, I mean, I guess you would hit this guy for 6 and hope to draw through and get something better on your next turn. This is a painful turn for us, though, obviously. So I think you dual cast for sure. Do some serious damage. Alright, now it's all about blocking. And I'm not saying we're going to crush him with this single Dark Orb. As nice as it would be, I don't think it's too likely. Now we got 2 Dark Orbs out there, so we can be a little bit more aggressive. My man's is doing 16 damage. What would we like here? I guess I'd like a Seek, unfortunately. It's not that Seek is bad. It's just not very good for us right now. Okay, so we got these Dark Orbs. These are precautionary measures that are coming out here to bust this fool up. He's doing 20 damage. This would be a great turn to dual cast one of these. You know what? I gotta think about it. Are we there? It'll do 30. I think we die if we do this. I think we die if we don't. This should do 46 damage. Okay. I don't want to toot my own horn. All I'm going to say is I think I crunched the numbers correctly, okay? So again, what do? Don't play this. This is how you avoid his 20 damage attack. You should hit him, though. Oh, no, he does 4. That's right. I mean, losing 1 HP hopefully doesn't matter too much. Similarly, man, I wish we could hold on to this, because it'd be way more advantageous for us, but if we can at least evoke it, we got to do 60 damage. Yikes. It's a very leapable situation. Although, dude, recursion would be great if we could also live, but we can't. So we'll go leap. Why leap over boot sequence? Because it comes back around in our deck, and honestly, I feel like we could really use the block. Now, I do think... Why do we... Oh, because we played 2 charge batteries last turn. I think you do evoke this orb nonetheless. And you know what? It turns out it actually wasn't necessary. My math with these dark orbs is all screwed up, but I'm impressed that we seem to be doing okay. This is 15. We'll throw a sweeping beam in there. Fine by me. 16 damage. We will zap for certain. It does feel like we're probably getting pretty close to that being lethal, but I don't want to risk the damage right now, believe it or not. So he's dead if we can just evoke this orb, and I think this is an okay fight. But I'm looking more towards a Frost build. We will go Core Surge, probably. All for One really only grants us a zap right now. Core Surge is basically just like agnostically a good card. Now, there is a case to be made maybe for full-on Snecko, but I think given the choice, I also like Cracked Core, but, or sorry, Frost Core, whatever the heck it's called. But I don't like turning up my nose at Sozu, which I consider probably to be the highest yield energy relic in the game by my own standards. Well, we do want to avoid whatever his debuff is. I think we want a Dark Orb out there, and we'll block for as much as we can. But, yeah, I mean, the boss fight went fine. I am admittedly pretty concerned about, you know, the future of this run, though. I think we got a long, long way to go. I'll dual cast you. Start to punch down that armor a little bit. Dual cast Dark Orb is really like, is one of the ways we get ahead right now. We have 6 energy, so that's very, very important. You definitely can hologram back Discovery and play it again for something more advantageous, like a free Meteor Strike, for example. Definitely play Self-Repair, and we got out of that feeling pretty good. So Discovery is proven its value right now. It's hard to justify taking the Cold Snap without having any Frost focus. So I think you maybe just stay ahead of the curve with some charge batteries, but it pains me a little bit. So the Core Surge is disgustingly good here. Let's get a little extra damage done early. Thank God for that Core Surge. He's hitting right off the bat. So I think we like this. Self-repair is still fine, but maybe we can wait for it to come around in the interest of getting a Dark Orb out there as soon as possible. We are made vulnerable. Surprisingly good return on our investment there as well. Okay, so we could probably kill him next turn. We didn't take too much damage here. Not bad. We didn't play Self-Repair, you fool. Dude, Hologram Discovery is really tempting. I'm gonna give it a shot. Do we need another Self-Repair? Dude, these are tough decisions for me. I certainly would not want to take another Self-Repair. I actually think, thank God, I was gonna take that Entropic Brew. I think it's merciful that they stop you from doing that. I don't think we really care about getting the Dark Orbs whipping around faster. I do think maybe we go, okay, Basic Strike's probably not so relevant anymore. We'll, I guess, save our money a little bit for the future. I will heal just so we can justify more upgrades. I will absolutely take Ritual Dagger for some raw damage. And then for upgrades, Hologram grabbing Discovery or anything really is worth a lot for me, I think. You know, I'm gonna gain energy here. I want the Doom and Glooms coming around. I want Discovery. We got nothing of the sort. How much are you doing? 18 damage? Okay, so that's we're sorted. This is going to be painful. AoE is kind of bad against these guys, I think, because you want to focus one if possible. But it is what it is, right? What are you supposed to do? Come on, one hit you. 26 damage coming in. Okay, I mean, there's very good stuff here. Ritual Dagger. Discovery. I think you gotta go with the Doom and Gloom here. Even over the Glacier. We are about to take 9 more damage. We lived, though. Okay, but they'll give me the Glacier permanently. I mean, I'm very happy to see that. Okay, let's fight again. Dude, the Core Surge is so valuable. Thank you so much for your service. Might as well gain energy. Drawing the Core Surge on turn 1 against the Chosen is unbelievably good. We are a little bit too defend heavy, and I say that knowing I removed a strike recently, but, you know, cut me a little slack, please. Love Echo Form. Worried a little bit about death, so just give me the 12 free block. And then we play our whole hand, maybe minus Sweeping Beam. $27, $29, you're doing $35. Yeah, let's grab the block. 31 damage this time. Start with a Discovery. All of it is really bad for us right now, but this does put you in lethal Ritual Dagger. Still gonna take 10 damage here. Please stop trying to hit me for 36. We're going to live. I really, honestly, I don't love it, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Whenever you get the chance, I think you definitely go for a Glacier. 22. 14. Well, we're going to draw a Defend, so... yeah. Actually, very wise to look at the draw pile there. Let's get wild. You know, we still have Matrushka. Our relic from the first floor has not given us anything until now. Bottled Flame and Mob Bank. How do I feel about Bottled Flame? I feel like I love it because it basically gives us an innate panacea with a little bit of extra damage. But we do have to live long enough to make it work. And I worry about that. Self-repair, I really doubt it's going to get us there. So what do we need? I mean, ideally block, but obviously that's not going to work very well here. I think you gotta Hyper Beam this dude. We live, albeit just barely. And I will stand by the decision to play the... focus there. Or the Hyper Beam, I should say, which is what we're going to bring back immediately again. 24, huh? I'm just trying to see if I can live. And I think the answer is no. This will take us to 17 HP plus 2 Frost that'll generate nothing. This won't do it for us. And really all we have after this is that. Yeah, we're dead. Tough run, but we were getting something going. And we're warmed up. We never got exactly what we were looking for there, but we had a decent run on Ascension 20, I think. So let's be smart here. Just give me 100 gold is low risk, low reward, but I mean, it's either that or I did think temporarily about the idea of losing cracked core. But I was like, even in the best case, so you'd gain extra energy. How are you going to kill enemies? I mean, an extra like 6 damage or 5 block per turn is worth a lot, but you have to amp up pretty quick. Early on, with only 12 cards in deck, I'm going to take a Claw, almost as like an opportunity for us to maybe pursue a Claw build. I mean, Glacier is extremely great, and there's going to be a certain sense of like, you know, why don't you just play Defrag plus Glacier? You know what? Why don't you get the Nobel Prize? Because that's the right thing to do. And I was trying to talk myself into grabbing Anchor. Now I'm like, no, you were right. Doubt, Zap. Glacier, Machine Learning. I would take a second Glacier in a heartbeat, dude. Okay, so we have Frost and a little Focus right now. We don't have Frost Focus. Let's bet on this working. If we can get a way to amp up our focus at this point, we're starting to look real nice. And then this will do another 18 damage. Don't need to hit you for too much next turn. The number one thing this provides me with right now is comfort. And a Cold Snap definitely fits Frost Focus. And I think we start to build now. Lull. You know, we go for Defrag, which basically is worth at least a couple of block per turn. We have no AoE, so this will be an actually great test. We want our win conditions right off the bat. We got none of them. But we're only taking 5 damage, and we know we're drawing like 2 Glaciers and a Defrag next turn in all likelihood. So we can't play them all. But they gotta get out there. Is this the worst fight for us? I don't know. The red demon might be a slightly worse fight. This is probably a little suboptimal. But, I mean, being able to put up 12 block per turn, even if we draw nothing, is really good. And, you know, it might take us a while to get there, but being able to just put up 33 block on your first elite fight is, that's a very good sign, I would say. Now, we are going to need to draw some offense at some point in order to get through this, but I definitely think this has all the trappings of a Frost Focus build. Assuming that at some point in the future... Dude, we're already over the block that we need. Assuming at some point in the future we're actually able to pick up, you know... It doesn't have to be Bias Cognition. Capacitor Consume would do it as well. Almost feel like we should just leave one Lightning Orb out there just to put these guys on a legitimate timer, but actually getting the chance to evoke 2 is a little bit better, I think. So you're saying there's a chance. Where do we go from here? Well, what would we like to see? Gold-plated cables would be a very, very solid get for us. Anything related to orbs, focus. We can't really get anything related to frost, I think. So this guy's dead. Anything related to orbs or focus. What can I say? Data disk, pretty much exactly what we asked for. Call me crazy, I don't think we need an auto shields right now. Having a Doom and Gloom to do some damage feels nice, but we don't really need AoE. We just killed the elite that requires the AoE. I think we don't upgrade 2 random cards. And instead we... I mean, Kunai could be good. Instead we go for this elite fight coming up. It's a bit of a weird one, but I'm going to go max HP up. Why max HP? Well, I figured I would rather have max HP go up by 5 and be under-healed than to, like, drastically over-heal via the literal healing option. But, you know, it was the idea is I feel good now, why not sacrifice a little bit of our present for the opportunity to hopefully feel just as good as this in the future? And we are not having a hard time against these enemies right now, surprisingly for me. I do think a ball lightning... I mean, white noise can be great as well, but a ball lightning is like a guaranteed effect. You know, to get that going through the deck as fast as possible, I think is wise. Being able to play Zap for free keeps those orbs moving. When the orbs are moving, we're gaining block, we're gaining damage. You know, life is but a dream. Kunai as well means we should maybe pay a little bit more attention than we otherwise would to zero-cost attacks. Okay, so is this guy rolling? Not yet. But we're going to roll him. 4. He's going to be at 36. Actually, we don't have to roll him. And we're taking no damage. Yeah, let's not roll him then. He's at the exact ideal. And we will just defrag and ball lightning. Yeah, this will work. Dude, I feel very confident right now. I do hope we're up against the Lagavulin. I think it's worth it just as a kunai finisher. Okay, this is not the Lagavulin. So what do you want to see? Glacier turn 1 is a good start. We can also still play powers. I think you accept your 2 damage. Is very good. We really wanted defrag. He's doing 24. I don't think we're gonna kill him next turn. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna kill him next turn. So I think we just slow our roll. Very good. Okay, let's think about this. Are we gonna kill him the turn after this? Can we? I think we could justify a glacier here. Okay, we're taking no damage. Now we got 15 passive block per turn, which is enough. I think we have nothing to worry about anymore. Dude, this was, again, a very good fight. And an indication of where this run's going right now. Is going places. Hyper Beam loses focus. I don't think we can take it despite the AoE. But Cold Snap, I feel no pressure to avoid at all. So what do we take? Honestly, like, I don't really think we need another Glacier. I think we maybe just go straight for, like, a Go for the Eyes and hope that we get the status effects to pop, but it's not a high-tier upgrade, and that's for certain. Okay, so right off the bat, 9 passive block per turn. He's doing 24 damage. It's not nothing. 15, 18, 23. We're going to take 1 damage, I think. 1 damage on his big attack is nothing. And you'll notice something. And that something is that I'm not even bothering to pop liquid bronze. I don't think we need it. Truth be told. We're getting a little bit of extra dex. You know, our focus is going to do a pretty considerable amount of damage. I think we're going to be okay. And we're not really, now that I think about it, we're not really gaining a considerable amount of dex. We're gaining some dex. But I still think we can get away with not using this potion. I stand by that till the end of days. The only thing that's scary is basically like if we draw a bunch of burns on a meaningful turn. Like, even on his big turn, we didn't take damage. Now, he's only half dead, and he is adding 3 more burn pluses to the deck here. So, you know, is it too late to throw out a, that Thorns potion? I'm just not going to worry about it too much. If we lose because of this, then I am an absolute fool. And there's no doubt about that. I'm starting to get a little freaked out. Alright, my man's is dead. We were right to save the potion, maybe. Dude, so much good stuff here, but I think you have to take Electro. Good for focus, good for floor fights. Very happy to see it. And I think, you know, nuclear battery, allowing us to get that energy early without a major cost to it, except for the fact that it's temporary. It's fine by me. There is an elite dodge path. It's got a little more combat than I'd like on the way up. Oh well. 18 damage right off the bat, huh? Well, let's run the numbers with 4 energy. If I defrag, cold snap. It's 5 block. We can get to 15 block very easily. We're really just waiting for Electro to come back around. I actually feel like we're okay popping a power here. If we defrag, cold snap. 6. We can still only get to 16 block. You know, we probably didn't need to pop the Thorns potion because we have electrodynamics, but and there it is. Definitely did not need to pop it, but life goes on. We will always, when we have focus, go cool-headed over charge battery, I think. Don't at me. Transform a card. Yes, I think we can transform a basic defend. It has become fusion. When upgraded, sure. I'm not going to be too upset about it, I guess. Let's get Frost close to the front. I am willing to waste energy to get extra block. Well, we can't play everything here. Electro should give us enough block. Yeah. We do want more Frost out there, but for now it's going just fine. So are we... This is a defrag situation, I think. Defrag, cool-headed. I would rather take as little damage as possible, because I think we already got the vice around him. But we would like more Frost, and thankfully that's exactly what happened. I think we're fine for now. And it reminds me, and I hate to say it, reminds me a little bit of our last run. I'm hopeful that we can avoid the same, you know, fate that befell us there. This one seems a little bit better as a result of the, Oh, I love it. Thank you for kunai. Seems a little bit better as a result of electrodynamics. Single target foes are definitely going to be our worst nightmare, but I think we're going okay for now. I will take a second claw. Again, it's kind of like, it's a combination of being a kunai finisher. Might as well. A kunai finisher, and then also, you know, every defend playing off of every other defend. So let's make sure Frost is close to the front. $31 damage. We're going to take 8 damage here. This is actually like the perfect deck for a self-repair. Because we are taking, you know, like roughly under 10 damage per fight. And it adds up. So with one card, we could neutralize, maybe not all of that, but a lot of that. So I think we definitely want, I mean, defrag is so important. But isn't Electro as well? So 10 block. Yeah. We do take 18 damage off of this. I'm not a huge fan of that. But I still think, for me, that feels like the right play right off the bat. I think we definitely do want to duel. Maybe we don't. Hold on. Can we get to a position in which a dual cast will kill the Centurion? Like if we do 7, then there's 18 on the field. But if we do 7, then add 22 to that, plus the other 6. Yeah, okay. Where do we go? Okay, we can rest after this, thankfully. We will have to rest after this. No self-repair. Lock-on does seem interesting, but, and reinforced bodies seems like potentially pretty important. But the whole idea of having Frost Focus is that we don't need those big block turns. This is one, it's very simple. I'm very happy to be grabbing Kunai on our first turn here, but simultaneously I need Electro ASAP. And we got it very mercifully, very quickly. We are taking no damage turn 1. This enemy's dead, so we're taking a maximum of 22 this turn. But it should be much less as a result of that. 15, so we're taking 0 again. And this guy's dead next turn, so we're taking a maximum of 16 next turn, but we have 10 block by default. Very, very good stuff. I mean, they're all clearly dead. Alright, that's how it's supposed to go. Ideally. A recursion for free with this much focus definitely seems justifiable. Continuing on my elite dodging path. I don't like our first turn there, but we do have expensive cards that it would benefit us if they were, you know, free. We also have cheap cards, so, you know, we're lucky to be able to play them, but, oh, no, we can't actually play them. Still probably would play the Claw in that situation, given the chance in the future. Well, this is where things start to stink a little bit. I think we can get a little bit ahead of you by doing this, but it is annoying. At least, you know, you get focus once, and it's good for a long time. You don't have to worry about it again. That was an unbelievably good turn. You know what relic would put us in an amazing spot? You said it. Calipers. We have you. It's just annoying. Yeah, there we go. Calipers would be incredible. Still don't think we need it. Even I don't really think chill is necessarily that good. Orichalcum is good or fine, at least. And where do we go from here? A cheaper fusion, and then maybe cool-headed, I think, would be our next upgrade. Shop is maybe extremely important. Loop is good. But I think here, dude, Molten Egg is also great, but I think you just buy the membership card to make everything cheaper, and then future shops will be that much better. I do think a loop is worth buying and worth upgrading. I'm going to hold off on the hologram for now. Dude, I hate this fight. Let's interleave here. So we're going to like cold snap, then fusion. I will get the energy out. Okay. Sure. Free block. Not going to turn up my nose at that. 27 damage. We're taking 10 turn 1. Good opportunity for us to pop this, I think. 20 damage. We're at 20 block. Greater news has never been given. 18 damage. Let's stop that. 13 damage. We're at 12 block with a cold snap waiting. Thank you, Kunai. Did we not get Kunai? No, we definitely did get Kunai. I just wasn't paying attention. What else is new? Defrag, extremely great here. Already got enough block. Let's follow up on that with an Electrodynamics to start punching and hoping for some Frost next turn. 14 damage. Cool-headed by itself. I mean, if we're just taking it down to brass tacks, this is 5 block and a draw for 1. 5 block every turn. It's like a metallicize. Well, this turned out way better than expected. Keep in mind, you do have You do have Orichalcum. I don't think we need another... Like, when I look at Recursion, and... Dude, we absolutely want this. We lose 3 strikes, gain 5 bites, lose 30% max HP. But we were just talking about the fact that we could use healing. And I think this is a perfect opportunity. Yes, 53 HP leaves me feeling a little low, but that's what the block is there for. Hopefully. At least we're able to Orichalcum on this turn, because we don't have a heck of a lot else going on for us. And basically, all we have to do is live long enough to set up our Frost. Is Frost set up yet? It's mighty close. I don't really want to dual cast this, unfortunately. We're taking 2 damage on this turn. So if we get hit hard on turn 1, then things are tougher for us. No doubt about it. But from that point onwards, we should be able to regen relatively quickly. Like, basically right now we have 20 passive block per turn. So I'm not going to try to stall this fight, but I'm going to play defensively and try to get as many bites in there as we can. And it's working out pretty nicely so far. So I think despite the loss in HP, I feel like this was a very, very astute decision for us. And I actually now... So, like, loop is more important. But following the loop, I think you actually might just want to go straight into upgrading these bites for more sustenance. Okay, do you want the extra energy? We could use it, believe it or not. Yeah, I kind of feel like why not? But let's make sure Frost is closer to the front. We also got a kunai out of it. I don't think we need to use regen potion yet. Obviously, at some point we're going to want to. So we'll defrag. Do we really want to evoke this? If we don't evoke it, we'll be at 11 block. If we do evoke it, we'll be at 8. But we'll also have an energy orb out there. Yeah, you know, that actually seems a little bit more valuable for me. So just in case we're going to pop this, but I think we've gotten there, believe it or not. Like, you're dead. You're basically dead, but not quite. You're now dead, so we should focus on you and you. We got kunai out of that. Dude, I will throw a glacier out there just to protect us, even though it seems like it's wasting the energy. Alright, 24 damage. That's cute. We got 25 block. How do you feel about that? Kunai's still popping. This will be a really good test of whether or not we actually do have the capabilities to make this run happen. Claws are going to be important. Our very meager lightning orbs, sadly, going to be important as well. Yes, we are going to take 16 damage on this turn. That's not ideal, but he's taking a turn off after this point. More kunai for us. 40 damage. You definitely are going to have to throw a glacier out here. 35. So a ball lightning will take you where you need... Oh, it almost took us where we needed to go. I mean, to me, this seems okay right now. He's doing 48 damage. We have 35. We have 43. Still okay with this. I don't really want to dual cast the Frost Orbs if I can get around it. Like, that's where my head's at here. And I am trying to pay attention to kunai whenever possible. 70 damage. What? Pardon? I mean, you have to evoke the orbs. Amazingly, we live. He's not taking a turn off, though, which I think is highly insulting. We're so close. We need to hit him for 17. He's dead. I think we could have played that better and we still won, so that's a good sign. You need bias cognition. It's a quote-unquote win con. And dude, we want the extra energy, no doubt. We don't need any more cards. We would like a capacitor, but we don't need any more cards. And I love our rich shop path over here. So it's another, like, I know I'm tooting my own horn. Maybe more than a lot of people would consider is prudent. But I'm very pleased with my performances recently, okay? Like, even though we haven't won on Ascension 20 yet, I feel like we've done a better job in the last few episodes of not dying immediately. And this is just a great fight. Like, what can you say about that, right? I mean, I guess you could say maybe play some bites. You know, I really don't think we need another go for the eyes yet. And I choose not to fight you. I'm just wary about enemies that start strong, you know? You can take a basic ball lightning out of my deck. So you do not have a capacitor. I actually am completely okay with gaining 10 max HP. I think we'll cut a basic defend. There's so many more shops, by which I mean we're definitely going to hit one more shop. An innate curse is pretty bad. You know what? Take my 3 max HP. Probably, I don't know, biased first or bites first. Feel like the bites might come in handy more than you would expect. Alright, one of these guys. This will be a good test. So we defrag, bias, cool-headed. Those are the non-negotiable ones. Then it's just, I mean, we already have 15 block, actually, so let's just get this out there. And then we don't even need to play anything else. As long as we draw those, we're in love with life right now, you know? We're definitely going to... Actually, we won't play our defend. Maximum, we're taking 2 damage. We still won't play our defend, even though we just got kunai. Instead, go ahead and hit me for 2. I healed way more than that off of it, so I'm feeling strong. And you're literally dead yet again. Dude, something's going on here. The sustain also feels very, very important. Sure, now let's take one more turn of this. I don't know, I'm floundering when it comes to that decision, but... Smiling Mask is definitely not what we want right now, but that's okay. I'm feeling very smart, at least, because of the fact... Hold on. So we have 12 block right now. If I play this, we'll take 6 damage. Might be a good opportunity to just take advantage of that. Because I think having some means of healing yourself is very, very important. If you're going to be fighting 2 bosses at once, or 2 bosses in a row, which is what we're doing. So, you know, it's not enough for us to just beat the Awakened one, unfortunately. Though I wish it were true. We have to be able to beat the Awakened one. And then also have enough HP to survive another fight, like, immediately after. Taking 5 damage does not bother me at all. Because, again, we have heals here. It should allow us to get out in front of this. Yeah. Alright. I mean, I don't think we get specifically hard countered by the Awakened one either, to be honest. I do still wish, like, more orb slots would do so much for us. I'm just waiting You know, if we can get one capacitor, and there's a shop that I'm looking for, we might as well remove a card, and I think, you know, we're still fine to probably keep removing these basic defense because our frost orbs are real nice, but just one capacitor, man, it does so much for us. We got to be able to put up a lot of block here. So that would have been a really good time to grab like a Glacier, for example, but no such luck. We're going to forsake our Orichalcum 25, so we're taking 12 damage here. It's a lot. It's a lot for where we are. Now that we're kind of getting out ahead of it, I don't feel as bad. We might even be able to get to full HP by the end of the fight. Let's throw a fusion in there early just so we can, you know, get the return on investment ASAP. And let's make sure our frost orbs are at the front. Alright, now we want to play, like, as many bites as possible. We also really, and this is sincere, on the boss fight, we want to make sure that as many times as we can conceivably make it happen, a frost orb finishes our turn at the front. We are going to take 0 here, thankfully. Because a frost orb at the front is how we take advantage of loop. Back to full HP. Don't need a sweeping beam, I think. It's not capacitor. It's a self-repair. I think, believe it or not, I'm okay having one of those in the deck. And we should not need an auto shields, but we are kind of at the mercy of the game at this point. I think, don't shoot the messenger. I think we will lose. I hope to be wrong, of course. So we are taking no damage, believe it or not. It's just the lack of orbs. If we can just pick up one capacitor. I know I say it over and over. You're probably like, please shut up about it. I would love to. But I feel like I can't. 22. So we are 36. We're definitely taking damage. Taking 11. It's not bad. All things considered. Taking 11 damage is fine as long as we leave with enough frost to get out in front of it. We really are just waiting for Electro, and thankfully it had the mercy to show up, and we'll make sure we interleave an orb there that allows us to get energy back. I will say, we have to worry about when we play Electrodynamics against the boss. We probably want to wait... not Electro, sorry, Bias Cognition. Probably want to wait long enough that we can... I'll play it. Wait long enough that it doesn't ruin us. Stack is definitely not what we want. Okay, so this is where we're at, and it's how it's got to be. I would rather get 1 HP per this bite than I would get 3 HP total out of self-repair. So let's start with the Dex. You know what? Why play the Dex Potion if we have no blocks right now? Let's not throw it away for no reason. So get the Frost up at the front. Zap. We are taking damage. No doubt. There's nothing we can do about that. We're taking 11. Early Electro, please. No biased. We're going to play 2 powers here, assuming it won't kill us. Debatable. We need to play Electro, but let's play Defrag first so we get maximum block, even though it does make him substantially stronger, obviously. He's doing 56 damage, obviously horrible. 22 damage plus 12 done to all enemies. It does kill this guy. So I think we want, like, this and then this. Alright, 9 HP. We really, I was just going to say we need glaciers. And that's the truth. There's one. You're doing 28 damage. Alright, this is where the test begins. Keep those frost orbs up at the front, my man, and heal up as much as is possible. We're not playing any more powers for a while. We can sit on biased. We could even play it after he rolls over. He is doing a lot of damage again. You know I'm crunching those numbers right now. This is 2 extra block. Do we need it? Well, you're doing 56 damage again. Right now we have 25 plus 15, which is 41. Didn't crunch the numbers properly. I started a joke. In my head, I was like, oh, we're safe with like 10 HP. And I thought I'd crunch the numbers, but I guess not. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It was a great deal. We're knocking. Can you hear the knocking on Ascension 20's door? Not quite beating it down, though. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.